Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm excited about this episode. I'm going to talk about angels. Wow. I love the angels. All right. I hope everything's on. I'm Constance Messmer. Thank you so much for tuning in. I value your time and I value your very life, and the fact that you're here warms my heart. I want to talk to you about angels. And I am hoping to lead you into a guided meditation to connect with the angelic realm. We'll see how that goes. And tell you some stories from my personal experiences. And maybe by the end, I'll trust you enough that I'll tell you the most shameful experience that I had that had to do with angels. I didn't listen. Oh my God. I have like 3 regrets in life. That was one of them. Okay.
Hello, and welcome to the Constance Messmer Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in.
All right, welcome back. So, what is an angel? An angel is a being of light, usually a messenger, a guardian, a conduit to source energy, right? A servant of source, of God, healers. Angels are many things, but they have never walked the planet as humans. They are pure energy, pure light, but they can take human form in moments that they need to, but they don't become humans in human lifetimes, like fiction stories would have you say. And nor your loved ones on the other side. They don't become your angels. They might become your guides, spirit guides for you. My dad is one of mine, and my grandmother is one of mine, but angels, they are not. They are your angels. And you have one guardian angel that's been with you your entire life. And sometimes you have a flock of angels coming to help you at various times. And it may be that you are familiar with the fact that you have a family angel, an angel that knows the container that is your family unit that you can turn to for help with troubleshooting problems or receiving guidance or wisdom or even protection and healing for your family or your family members. I have, I've had so many encounters with angels. I hope you have too. I hope this encourages you to recognize those moments of angelic presence. I'm going to tell you about some of the ways that the angels connect with us to make their presence known in our life. And if I cry, oh my God, I might cry. Wow. All right. Their frequency is high, light. Often they speak in claircognizance, but they can also speak clairaudiently. They are pure love. You'll know when they're around. You might be moved to tears, have feelings of peacefulness, joy. Like all good spirits, they will only bring positive and productive messages or warning, and their guidance is helpful in healing. Oh my gosh, I'm having a moment. They can appear to you as light in your mind's eye or in the physical, and it might be blinding or it might be subtle. You might experience them in your meditation time when you choose to connect with the angelic realm, or you might experience them in your day-to-day life, or even in your dream time. You might see them around loved ones, especially when loved ones might be on the cusp of passing, or babies, around babies when they're born. Oh my God, I didn't know this was going to be difficult. They will never appear as a shadowy figure. They are light, right? So when you see them clairvoyantly, sometimes the rays of that brilliant light appear as wings, or maybe for your comfort, they might seem as a human in human form just to make it more comfortable for you. I know the archangels have been depicted in various human forms, but what resonates with others might not resonate with you. So be open to the experiences that you have and the connection as truth as you experience it. One time I remember, I've seen angels everywhere. So I'm going to talk from my experience, but also incorporate yours. You can see angels everywhere. And if you're a religious person, you can definitely see them in holy places. I remember one time being at a Catholic Mass experience, and I asked to be able to see St. Michael, the Archangel, and he was huge. He showed up on my right side, and I asked him his characteristics, and they were true with what we've might have learned in our youth: definite protector and guardian. The experience was overwhelming and brought me to tears, so I didn't hold it long. When I cry in spiritual places, whether it's a mosque or a synagogue or Native American sites or what have you, oftentimes people want to comfort me in those tears, and they're touching my shoulder or trying to embrace me in a hug breaks the connection and brings me back to the physical. So I don't usually like to do that in public spaces unless I'm with a physical person like my sister or a friend that knows, or my husband or kids that know, don't let anybody touch me or come around me when I'm having a spiritual moment. I wonder if you're that way too, right? When you're so profoundly connected in and with a spiritual encounter that you just want to be in that space. There are times in those spaces that you get so caught up, both in the angelic or in God consciousness, divine source energy, that the whole world around you disappears and you're consumed. I've had that happen too. It's pretty powerful. Be okay with that happening to you if you haven't yet. Your life isn't over. Who knows what's to come? So you might just be sitting quietly, having contemplative time, or maybe near a loved one's bedside or in a hospital setting or something. And you might have a clairsensation experience of an angel being nearby, a warmth, a light, a glow, like this sense of joy or love, right? Clairsentiment. If it's an emotion, clairsensation. If it's a physical feeling of like warmth or tingling, or even a wave, a ripple of energy. That's how it happened to me when I was in New York City and I felt an angel in the room. It was this oscillating sensation when I blended with her. It was the energy of female, but angels don't have a sexual orientation, neither male nor female. They can take on that form if we need to, but hers was a very feminine energy, but it wasn't a woman angel. It was just an angel. And it was this oscillating feeling that got me to tune in. Someone was around. So angels can show up as a clairsensation experience or a clairsentiment experience if you're feeling a deep, profound sense of peace or joy or love. And it seems out of nowhere. You can close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and ask who's here, right? Especially in the midst of chaos, when something overcomes you, a sense of peace or clarity, right? Offering guidance, whether as a claircognizant knowing or a clairaudient thought that comes in as next steps, or check with this doctor, or, have them check this part of the patient's body for more deeper understanding as to healing steps. All of these things can come in from angelic guidance and wisdom and healing efforts. You can also have a clear olfaction experience where you get a sweet, sweet fragrance from seemingly nowhere. I would lean into it, invite you to tune into it and turn your attention and stand in it and ask who's here. It could be an angel nearby. And that could be a first mode of connection, right? Ask, who are you? Why are you here? What do you want me to do? What can I do for you? Angels are like that. They'll help us, but they also invite us to have this reciprocal relationship of things that we might do for them. Note those times. Don't miss those times. Ask and honor. Ask for those times. Honor those times. Oh my God. Do you know when I'm telling you this? Like an angel's whispering in my ear and I'm just delivering it to you, but I can't turn to them because so bright, so loving. Angels are above the vibrational frequency of spirit guides and loved ones that have crossed. Angels can traverse all the realms. But their frequency is much higher than your guides, spirit guides, or loved ones. They also can influence your life or your thought with wisdom and guidance or messages. And sometimes their messages come as repetitive thoughts, or a knowing, a claircognizant knowing that you must do something now. They also warn, do this now. It's a thought out of nowhere, or maybe it's on repeat. Because like me, sometimes you don't get it the first time, or you don't listen the first time, or you argue with it the first time, or you don't recognize it coming in the first time. And so it's like there's no time with them. So they might start on you like months before something needs to happen to just say, you got to do this. You got to do this. And then by the time you do it, it's actually perfect timing because they know you. They know you all along. But other times it might be immediate warning, especially if there's a danger. I told you about that time that I was in the car driving on the interstate and I was like in my mind saying to no one, I'm going to pass this semi. And then the angel said, go now, go fast now. And I was like, okay. And I just cranked. And thank God I did, because in the rearview mirror, I heard this bam, this sound, and the semi, one of the tires had blown and the fragments of the tire was spinning out behind me. But had I not gone fast, it would have been in front of me or at my side, and God knows what, God knows what. So I'm glad I listened. I passed fast, and the semi in my rearview mirror made its way off to the side of the road with the fragments in the road and cars swerving around the fragments of the blown tire. So thank you, angel. Thank you, guardian angel. I've always had a close relationship with my guardian angel. I would always say that prayer, angel of God, my guardian dear, to whom's God love commits me here. Ever this day be at my side, to light, to guard, to rule and guide. I'm going to repeat that. It's God's love. I think I said God love. Angel of God, my guardian dear, to whom God's love commits me here, ever this day be at my side, to light, to guard, to rule and guide. I take those words seriously. To light, to guard, to rule and guide. I believed those from a very young age. I learned that prayer from my parents. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Shout out to parents who teach their kids to pray. Yay! I still say that prayer because it works. Oh my God. Angels can show up on the spur of the moment. They can come in your daytime. They can come in your dream time, delivering messages. They can come in your meditation time. And if you do work as a practitioner, they might come in your sessions to deliver messages. I told you about the wonderful Jake. When he was a little boy, he used to call me Angel Talker. So I have those t-shirts, Angel Talker, in the shop. I'm not the only Angel Talker. Ooh. Their guidance always leads to love, peace, and joy. You'll know you're talking to an angel because the fruits of the experience will be that uplifting love, peace, joy, lightheartedness. Might bring you to tears, might not. Maybe like me, you don't always enter as deeply into the experience because it's so powerful, right? So powerful. Angels can definitely help in healing sessions for those of you that are doing body work or healing work. I've called on them when I used to do Reiki and I couldn't clear dark energy. If I couldn't, well, actually, when I would do energy healing sessions, if I felt discombobulated or dark energy or something on the person, I would internally ask, can I clear this? And then I would ask, usually angelic guidance, is this a story of a lifetime they need to just hear about? Do I need to regress them to that past life? Or can you just take it away? And many times the angels just took the energy away and shifted it, right? I remember one time too, of my own accord, I was like, feeling the energy of the day. And I laid down on my treatment table and I felt the presence of an angel. And I was like, what do I call you? And it was Angel of Grace. Angel of Grace is available to all of us. And that's exactly what that angel did. It infused me with profound grace, and everything darkness and sticky and yicky that wasn't mine left. I don't recall if that day I always clear at the end of my day, but I don't know if that day I was still thinking about my relationship with the material that came through for the students and the clients that came that day. Because a lot of times, I'll clear between each session, but then I'll think back on the experience. And sometimes that thinking back brings those moments viscerally and vividly back to me, and I'm re-engaged in it. And so it's like I'm back in their energy or back in the experience of the energy of the content. And I think it was one of those days. And so in going back, it was heavy on my soul like a burden. And that's what I was dragging around, not tethered to these people still in those experiences. Listen up if you do healing work. I wasn't tethered to them. I was tethered to the content, and the content was weighing me down. And so the angel of grace helped to clear that, which was beautiful. I have my own methods of doing clearing content or clearing energy that's not for my highest good, and sending it back to where it came or burning it off in the light. But this needed a higher course of action. And the angels showed up, but also so that I could recognize that there was such an angel of grace, right? It was very beautiful to see the attribute of healer. As helpers in our work, I think my most profound story is a story that I've shared with you when I was with my friend Stephanie and we were teaching psychic content on chronic illness, or how to use your intuitive senses or intuition and having an intuitive edge as a healer or as someone that does body work. We were working with chiropractors in New York City, and we were meant to go on to teach the same class, a version of it, in Connecticut. And by the end of the New York City class, I was exhausted. We were exhausted, and our heart wasn't in the Connecticut class. And so we were just talking about it, but all of a sudden I felt this kind of flutter, right? This oscillation to my left side. Stephanie was kind of off to my right. I said, Steph, someone's here in spirit. Let me tune in. And it was this angel, this fluttering energy. I get why people think or feel the flutter of wings, right? Because yeah, I get that. And this beautiful feminine energy came in, and I was like, wow. And I had to just let her speak through me. And it was a real high-pitched voice, like a high frequency, whether she had a real high-pitched voice or not. It was a higher frequency, so it came through high-pitched voice, so my voice changed. I kept my eyes closed to focus in on her and the experience and the connection. And she said, we're having issue because we're here to help you. We're the angels. We hold the energy in the eternal to hold the energy there of healing and light and enlightenment that you're bringing to the earth, especially in this class. And we can't do our work because your heart and your head are not in alignment. We're like, what? They're like, we can't help you unless your heart and your head are in alignment. So even though your mind is saying, we have to do this Connecticut class, your heart is saying, we don't want to do this Connecticut class. And therefore you're messing up kind of this frequency of connection. We can't help you. And so you have to decide, are you in or not in? And we were like, wow, we didn't even get that this was a thing, right? We did not get that this was a thing, that this other caliber of helping, healing, love, light, that we were like this two sections, right? These two parts, them in the heavenly realms, if you will, and us on the earth, were bringing this light work through, that it had to be our heart and head was in alignment. That was the connection and the conduit for them to do their part, to be present and infiltrate the souls and hearts of everyone and minds of everyone coming, right? So when I pulled out of the connection, the channeling, so that I could actually have chat with Steph, we were like, wow, busted. And we realized that we didn't really want to do the Connecticut one, but we didn't know how to cancel. We didn't feel comfortable canceling. So I just said, okay, right, we don't want to do the Connecticut thing. And the angel was like, okay, great, we're on it. And when the angel left, I don't think I told you this before, but when the angel left, it was like a whole flock team went like, okay, don't worry, we got this sorted. And within, like, I don't know, it was not even, it was not much longer, maybe the better part of an hour or something. We found out that the Connecticut team they had some people drop away and they didn't have the minimum numbers for us to teach. And would we still come and teach? And we said, no, because we had to travel and eat and hotel stay. So the minimum number was not, or the beneath minimum number was not financially soluble for us to show up and teach. And that was powerful. That's probably, I don't know, I have several favorite angel stories, but that's one of my favorites. So remember that your heart and your head have to be in alignment. Make sure you're really full on for what you want to do and accomplish, and they can help in profound ways. I remember one time it was pivotal that this angel showed up. I had gone to do a mediumship session for someone who had taken their own life. And it was important for the mother because the young man showed up with an angel. And I think I've told you this before in another episode. She was of the belief that the people that do that cannot be with angels because they're somewhere else, right? I'm like, well, no, there's an angel here. So it was powerful. Huge lesson, huge sense of relief, huge healing for the mother, huge healing, offering comfort in the contact in that moment, helping hold the energy so that it was vivid and really clear. The messages were pretty powerful. The mother crying, I was crying. The dad there, it was beautiful. It was very cleansing for my soul in that moment too. When angels come so viscerally and go, they're always around, but when we really make contact and we feel them, it can be so cleansing, profoundly. So as messengers, they could definitely, that was loud, as messengers, angels can come in vivid dreams with profound truths or deeper understanding. They could come in your contemplative time with clarity to understand concepts, right? Their guidance could be literal or symbolic in those moments. Some things you might need to unravel. Could be double entendres. They're really beautiful with double entendres. I've noticed that. Really noticed that. It never means simply one thing, the guidance. Their divine intervention is pretty powerful. Like I said, they can come as warnings, directions, guidance, inspirations. And always in these moments, it's great to thank them because then more will come, right? And it's reciprocated. I've had angels ask me to do favors, do things because I'm in the physical. And when I've done them, it's always a gift back to myself. It's really powerful. I don't look for the gift back to myself. I'm just doing it to be a helper to them because you can always ask, what can I do for you? And usually there's guidance on something that we can do for them. It's usually beautiful, but it usually also benefits us more than just who we're affecting. It changes us too. It's a ripple. Gifts that keep on giving and giving and giving. It's pretty powerful. One of my favorite ways is when clairaudience meets clairvoyance, when the guidance of angel messages come when words leap off a page that I'm reading. Maybe I've posed a question or asked for insight into something, and then I just can't get this, specific quote or reading or section out of my mind, and it just strikes me. And usually in that, there's a deeper meaning. I wonder if you've had the same happen, where words just, you're like, oh, that's the guidance I was looking for. There it is. It's not as a thought in my head, but it's written word on the paper, on the sheets, on the book, whatever. It's very cool. Angels, like spirit guides, are also helpful in regards to our co-creation efforts. When we want to manifest something, they offer the breadcrumb trails. And it's through use of your 11 soul senses that you discern what those steps are and that they guide us. Both angels and spirit guides help in our manifestation efforts. Sometimes the universe just comes in and lays the thing before us. All we have to do is ask. That's our part. We ask and the universe supplies. But other times there are steps. It's co-creation. And often I've found it's angelic realm that implements this, as well as spirit guides. It depends. It depends. But I just want you to know that in case you're getting guidance on something that you want to have happen or manifest in your life, and the steps are coming to you that you just must do. Ask, what's the source of this information or this guidance? It might be an angel, your angel. I just want you to remember that your angels are aligned with your work, your life, causes, volunteer work, light worker, business person, corporate planner, corporate business, street sweeper, teacher, doctor, waitress, all of it. Any walk of life. There's been times when I've asked the angelic realm to help within my work, and in my life. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm going to ask my angel to talk to their angel to get the thought to them. It's a nice roundabout way. I do that a lot. I think I've told you that. I do that with mediumship when I have people in spirit form that want to talk to their parents or siblings, and they're like, can you call? I just passed. Can you call my mom? And I'm like, no, I can't call your mom. I don't do that. But you can get your mom to hear my name, or I'm going to have the angels talk to your mom's angels so that she can run across my name or hear about me. That was back when I was doing mediumship or working. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm teaching you to do that. So, but you can work with the angelic realm to work with others, angels, to help, right? Always in it for the highest good, the highest and best possible good. That's always your goal. Ease and grace, and angels are there to help and guide. Okay, let's do the meditation. And then after the meditation, I'll tell you that story that I don't want to tell you. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see. So I encourage you to light a candle, because this is indeed light work of the highest frequency, or the higher frequencies. Not the highest, but it's might as well be. Very true high experience. If you want to have a notebook or a journal nearby so you can document your encounter after the fact, go for it. Allow any amount of the experience to occur. Don't be hard on yourself, no matter the caliber. If it's subtle or bold, maybe now is not the best time. Maybe it's in the third time of listening to this. That is the best time. Or maybe in dream time is the best time. This is kind of, planting the seeds for when the best time is. It's a profound experience if you sit with your angelic realm connection numerous times, like 21 days in a row. There's always that magic 21 days, 40 days. So maybe keep this recording and re-listen to it over and over and over. That's why I made it for you, so that you can have it when you want it, need it, when you're ready. So be gentle with yourself. Know that the connection happens through your 11 soul senses. Angelic realm is pretty solid on claircognizance. It's a knowing. That's their frequency, but they also communicate clairaudiently through sight, sound, smells, sense. Try all your 11 soul senses. So maybe a blanket. If you're like me, when you meditate, you might get cold. Temperature might drop. Blanket, pillow, get comfy. No disturbances, right? No disruptions. Pick the best time of day that works for you. And you're going to set your intentions. You're going to ask that this connection be for the highest good. You're going to thank the universe in advance for a perfect connection. And you're going to know what to do in each moment to help navigate the experience. When you're on your own, you're going to know what questions to ask, how to tune in deeper for a more rich and fulfilling experience. A connection you can't deny. Be open to the possibilities, the limitless possibilities of what this experience can bring on. And so as you sit comfortable and close your eyes, inhale and exhale to get relaxed, to relax your body so that you're not tense or caught up in the physical sensations around you, but instead tuning in to the inner landscape, the subtle sensations of your soul senses. And you could imagine raising your heart and mind up, way above you to the higher realms. And meet the angels where they dwell in that space of light and love. Equally, you might ask an angel to come close to you in your space here, in this space of light and love. Coming close, inviting. In this space of light and love, asking to be connected to your guardian angel. Asking that the angel comes so close that you don't deny the presence. So perhaps that's the case. You've gone up to that angelic realm of light, only to bring that angel with you, guiding you back here in the space that you are. So close, seeing the presence of light, feeling the presence of love, feeling the subtle sensation. Moving your hand to your heart, asking, have you been with me my whole life? And trusting the first thing that comes to mind, that first thing that comes to your knowing. Have you been with me my whole life? What do I call you? What do I call you? Ask, are you always with me? Are you always with me? What is the way that you communicate with me the most? Is there anything I can do to help make this connection clearer? Is there anything I can do to help make this connection clearer? What do you want me to know? What is for my highest good to know? Ask, do you love me? Ask, how often should I sit with you like this? How often should I sit with you like this? What things can I ask you about? Can I ask you about family? Can I ask you about my professional life? Can I ask you about life changes? Can I ask you about soul interactions? Can I ask you about anything and everything? How can I make this connection clearer? I want you to really lean into the energy of this angel. I want you to really lean into the energy of this angel. Soak the presence in. Ask, is there any last thing you want me to know? What is it? I want you to promise this angel, if it feels right, that you will come back to this space and visit this angel in this way to make this connection strong, to keep this connection strong, and to allow for strengthening now, here, in this way, so that you can bring it fortified in your day-to-day life, so that any moment you can turn to the angel and ask for guidance, healing, wisdom, help, instruction. Know that this angel is there for you at any moment, at any time, for any need. All you have to do is call on the angel, connect. Take a moment to either walk and talk with the angel, or go in meditation, or have a conversation within your mind and your connection. I want you to send love and thanks from your heart like a beam of light and engulf the angel, and allow the angel's light to engulf you. Breathe in the healing love light that this angel brings to you and into your life. Breathe it in. Let it nourish and heal you. Let it fortify you. Breathe in this light of love. And as you imagine it, it is so. Thanking this angel from your heart. Thanking the angel for this time together and this connection. Asking the angel to help maintain a strong connection anytime you connect in the future. And thanking the angel. You can ask for a sign in the physical. If you would like a sign that this was a true and real experience, you can ask for a sign. Ask the angel, will you give me a sign? If you get a no, ask why not. Otherwise, see your sign or ask for your sign. Maybe hold out your hand and have the angel place something in your hand that you can vividly see, whether it's a word or an item. That is your sign. And when you are ready, you want to part from the angel in this form, bringing your awareness back into your body, into the here and now, stepping away from the angel, whether you come back down, 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 down into your body, or you turn your attention and let the angel just pull back and stay a little bit off to the side or behind you to protect, guide, guard. And when you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes and move your body to get back into your body, get back into the here and now, and bring your awareness back to the room that you were in, back to the space that you are in. And take a moment if you want to, inhaling and exhaling, grounding your energy into the earth, and taking a moment to make some notes in your journal, in your notebook about this experience. And then we're going to go in again. When people ask me how to get so skilled at my work, I give them 3 tips. The first one is to know the definition of your actual soul senses so that you can use them. 2, to take the time to use them daily. And 3, to actually journal your experiences so you can become familiar with your strengths and what's happening in each moment. To help you do that, I've created a lot of blank journals that you can turn to document your feelings, findings, and discoveries. Visit my shop to explore what I offer in my merchandise, or go to constancemessmer.com. And thanks for tuning in. Some people like to journal as they go. Others like to wait and journal at the end. Do what's right for you. Candle burning if you'd like, or imagine one. Cozy in a blanket if you need it. Taking a moment to close your eyes and close them again on the inside to the place of truth, of light, and of love. Inhaling the light from the heavens, letting it come in and fill you. Exhaling it down into the earth to ground you, tethering you here and now. I want you to imagine and take your awareness up, 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 up to a higher frequency, a lighter frequency, a space where there is only light and love. Imagine seeing a whole band of light, a whole arena of light, a whole infinite space of light. And in this incredible space of light where it is brilliant all around you, one being of light separates from that big band and starts to walk towards you. This being of light coming closer and closer and closer and closer, for this is your angel of light. This is your connection to source energy, your guide, your guardian, your protector, your advisor. This being of light has been with you your entire life. Feel their presence around you. See their infinite light as it glows. Feel their love touch your heart and soul. And in this space, you can ask, are you of God? Are you of truth? And you will know in your heart. And you will know in your heart the best way to communicate with this being. Some of you may know the words, feel the words, hear the words. Others might need to see the word written on a tablet or paper in your mind's eye. Ask, what do I call you? What is your name? Trust the first thing that you get. Ask, have you been with me beyond this lifetime? Trust what you get. Ask, how many lifetimes have you been my guardian angel? Allow your expansive awareness to see the entire trajectory of lives that this angel has escorted and been with you to guide and guard and support your every journey. And in this space of connection, ask the angel, what is for my highest good to know right now? Now ask, what should I know that will help make my life easier? Ask the angel, is there anything I can do for you today? Ask, is there a message you've been trying to tell me that I have not listened to? Yes or no? If you get a yes, ask, what is that message that you've been trying to tell me? I am open and receptive. What is that message you've been trying to tell me? Now I want you to engage in dialogue. If you need further instruction on that, if you need to ask, how do I do that? Ask, what has been stopping me what stops me? Ask, can you please help me so nothing stops me? Help me trust what I know is true in my heart and my connection to Source and divine guidance and angelic direction and guidance. Help me do what is best and for my highest good. Give me the courage and the strength and the knowing love to do what is right and for my highest good. And for this, thank them in advance. Thank them in advance. Ask, is there anything else you want me to know? Ask, how often should I sit with you like this? How often? With undivided attention. Trust what you get. And as we come to a close, you can say anything you want to this angel. You can take a moment to ask your burning question or to understand something deeper. Or promise to come back and connect on it. On a part of your life that you need deeper understanding or deeper awareness or greater divine direction. This is your life. They are here to help and support you. You have free will. You get to direct the next conversation. At this moment, I want you to send love and light as a band of light pouring out your being to them, and feel their love, the beautiful swath of light radiating, coming back to you from them, filling your whole being with its love-healing light. Let it enter into every cell, every pore, every ounce of your being, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical. Let it allow healing love light to pour in and through you. Ground it through your whole body, into the earth and into your life and into the path before you, so that it radiates not only through your own life, but to those who meet and greet you, beyond your soul essence, to everyone around you and the very planet itself. Receiving this love from the angelic presence, breathing it in and exhaling it, grounding it into the earth beneath you. When you are ready to disconnect, I want you to slowly and quietly come back to your body with your eyes still closed, moving your body, swaying and stretching, moving and moving. And you might recognize that even though you've disconnected and turned your attention away from the angel, they are still there, always there, at the ready to connect in any place, any point, any time, whether in their frequency of bands of light or down beside you near the earth. In your physical reality, they are always there, waiting, ready. All you need to do is turn to them whenever you want or need. And definitely turn to them when they reach out and you feel their presence around, no matter how it comes, as a fragrance or a feeling or words or vision. When you're ready and you're willing and you're able to bring your awareness back to your room and all of this wisdom that you've gained, I invite you to open your eyes and look around to your surroundings to help ground you. Notice where you are, wiggling your body, feeling your energy, touching the space that you're on, the physical environment that you're in. Inhaling and exhaling and taking the time to journal any of your experience you don't want to forget. Usually when I lead people into spirit or angelic, I ask them to throw light or ask, "Are you of God?" to feel the vibration of truth. But for some reason, I wasn't led to do that. I was just led to take you there. The more you do this, the more profound it will become. You're going to recognize the vibration of truth in the content and the connection because it's going to feel uplifting and full of love and peace and light and joy. That's your participatory part, right? That and navigating the whole experience through your 11 soul senses, feeling how they feel, seeing how they look, hearing, all of it. The more you do this kind of sitting time, this kind of interactive meditation time, the stronger the connection will be for you and the more empowered you'll be by it. And the more frequent that you do it, the more you'll be able to recognize their presence in your day-to-day life and a voice not to be missed, right? And a guidance or a instruction or inspiration that's not to be delayed or dismissed. Yeah. It's important. The more you spend time with them in a setting where your eyes are closed and you're fully focused in, the more you'll be able to engage with them in your day-to-day life with your eyes open. It'll be different for everyone. This is a personal journey. Invite them into dream time. Invite them into helping problem solve, right? All of it. All of it. They're a beautiful frequency, very different than spirit guides or loved ones, or even your own wise self. A very different frequency. I hope you felt that subtle connection, that space that's only light and love. It's interesting, the way they deliver their information is often not as grounded as spirit guides would be. Spirit guides are more tactile and grounded and like, I don't know, it's more visceral, sensorial, like a heavy grounded energy, more grounded. I don't know how to say it, where angelic frequency is light, right? They can step down their vibration to make the connection, to make it impactful in whatever way that's suitable for your soul and in this moment. And sometimes it's never the same twice, right? And it's not always profound. It could be subtle. So open heart and open mind as you go into the experience and just stay connected to the content and quality of the experience of them and how it makes you feel. Uplifting light, love, joy, peace, angels. Angels, trust me on that. If it's not that, then go higher. Try again. Surround with light and love. I have to be connected to the highest being in the angelic realm that's aligned with my soul that can come forward and give me guidance. Thank you in advance. Help make this connection strong and clear. Thank you in advance for helping me. It's all good. Okay, you want to hear that story? Oh, can't believe I'm going to tell you this. So there was a time that I was working with Christian youth groups, and I had gone to, I wonder why was I there? I don't even remember why I was with, I don't know. I was going to go see the headquarters, but I don't remember the other reasons why I was there in this area. So I'd gone to go see the headquarters, never been there before. Went with a man and a woman to go to the headquarters. I had gone from the airport to a church to pray, to just really fill up on the light and be guided and everything. And they picked me up at the church and then drove me to the headquarters, parked the car in the parking lot, and we had to go through a gate and around the front of the building to the far side to go in the front door. And we were talking while they were taking me to the front of the building with a wall, right? And we were talking, but as we were passing the front of the building, after we gone through the gate, I hear a voice say, "Turn and genuflect. Now turn, face the wall and genuflect." That was the impression. I saw what I was supposed to do in my mind's eye, but I heard the words turn and genuflect. And in a split second, I was like, they're talking. I don't want to like interrupt them. I don't want to seem weird. It wasn't that I would be embarrassed. I just didn't want to disrespect them. They were talking and I don't know, it was a flow of conversation and I just felt like it would be an interruption. So I didn't listen. We go in the front door. They give me a tour of the building. We go in the room that was on the other side of that wall. Some of you might already see it before I say it. There on the table was a monstrance with the consecrated Eucharist. In Catholic world, that's Jesus sitting on the altar. Jesus right there, facing, yep, that wall. I was so ashamed I cried. I didn't see the monstrance with the Eucharist. I saw Christ. I was like, I'm so sorry in my head. And in that moment, I said to them, they said, what's wrong? And I said, when we were outside, I was told by an angel to turn and genuflect, and I didn't. And now I feel bad. And they got it, but they didn't get it. Like it would have been more profound. I realized I was being used by the angels and God to show them that I heard the angels and God and obeyed, but I didn't obey then, right? I blew the moment. Oh, I felt like shit. And I regret that to this day. Had I done that, they know I had never been there before in my life. I didn't know the interior landscape of that building. It would have been profound for them. They'd have been like, how the heck did you know to turn and genuflect? And I'd have said, there's the angel that's right there. I did not want to interrupt them in the flow of conversation. Hang my head low. So I disobeyed, right? It's not so much I did disobey, but I also just didn't take the direction, or I didn't do what I was told to do. Listen, this is like, what are the right words? I disappointed myself, but it would have had a ripple effect. Then I've told you this before. God says, how can I trust you with the big stuff if I can't trust you with the small stuff? Listen, I've learned a lot since then, right? This was a long time ago. And the ripple effect would have been profound had I responded to that and done what I was told by the angel. But I didn't. And because of that, later on in the weekend, I really was not able to see some really murky stuff around someone else. I was bamboozled. Because I was not in the mind of God, which will be the next episode I talk to you about, is connecting with source energy. Moral of the story: if an angel tells you to do something, my advice to you would be to do it. You never know what's going to happen, right? Don't worry about what people around you think. If you know it's from an angel and its guidance is truth, light, love, and what is being asked, that wouldn't have harmed anyone. It wasn't going to harm me or them. Maybe, I don't know. I just, anyway, if an angel tells you to do something, do it. You bet from then on, I've been like, wait, what? Say it again. I can't hear you. Make sure. Are you sure? Throw light at the information. Is that what you're saying? Okay, that's what you're saying. All right, I'll do it. Feels good. Okay, I'll do it. If I second guess in the moment, I'll respond in the moment to the information, but I definitely won't not do it. Won't not do it. Is that a double negative? I'll definitely do it. Yeah. It's double negative is a positive. Yes, I will definitely do it. If I get that it's from an angel, dear God. So yeah. All right. That's my confession. Angels are in your life. Whether you believe it or not, they're there. And they're there to guide and guard and light your way. And always in a profound and beautiful way, especially when you enter into relationship with and follow the guidance that you get. And don't forget, you'll know. It'll be uplifting and light and peaceful and love. It'll be good. So I hope this episode has been helpful, even my shameful story. Lesson learned, right? Who needed to hear that other than me to be reminded? Anyway, I love you. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy your time with the angels. I believe in you. They believe in you. We all believe in you. Raye you. Until next time, thanks for tuning in.